Oh, Gambino. La 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 la. I don't know where to look for love. Oh my gosh, look at you. You, sir, you're so cute. Look at you. Where to look for love. Yay, you found it. I'm happy you found it. I go. Hi, Charlene and Karen. Yay, I'm so happy you came over. I'm starting to, basically because of all the crazy crud that was happening, like I couldn't go live within it doesn't matter what's happening. First 3 minutes I get a restriction, like for trying to take people off of there, which I wasn't at all. So that was like a week where I just couldn't go live, and I was like, no way. So anyways, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket ever again. Also, this one I can actually talk about like basically everything. So that helps out a lot. From Dallas, hi, I'm in Missouri. Hi there, we got Mr. Gambino out. He's a Panther Chameleon. Me too. I have family that lives in Dallas, or the Dallas area. Oh, are you gonna climb on my face? What were you gonna do there? What were you doing there, sir? Yay, CJ, you did. That's my mom's name, Cindy. We got people from TikTok. Hi, you guys. Look at Gambino. I love it. He's so cute, just chilling. Oh my gosh. No, he's chilling down. He's going into his resting colors. Now he still has yellow on him, but he's in the middle of going to his resting colors. You ran out of things to climb on, sir. Hi, Craftylicious. How are you? But he still has some really pretty yellow. Let me zoom in on him. Oh, wow. Look at him. Oh, he's kind of firing up a little bit again. Nah, no, he's not. I'll have a bunch of his babies. I have a lot of clutches that haven't hatched yet from him. So don't worry. You can probably get a mini of him. So he is my second favorite yellow body blue bar. My first favorite's actually his grandsire Papa Fee. Like shoot, I saw Papa Fee. I was like, oh my god, I gotta get something like him. And I stumbled upon an opportunity, and I got first pick in that clutch. So I got Mr. Gambino. He goes, howdy y'all. Not yet. I went right here, so I haven't had a chance yet. I need to check that. Oh, he's like, I want to climb the phone so bad. Silly. So he's 2.5 years old, and he is an Ambelobi Panther Chameleon. He is a pet. He's not one that's available. I will eventually have some of his babies available. It's a smaller clutch. Well, I don't know. What is my exact color, skin tone? I don't know if it's actually white. I don't know. I think it's like a, shoot. No, it's not even a pink salmon. I'm going by the Prismacolor colored pencils. If I was to line my, something beige, I don't know. But anyways, they change your color based on mood and temperature. It's not based on what they're touching or their surroundings. They're like walking mood rings. Trust me, I know I'm not tan. I wish I had more. No, but if you were technically, like, obviously, I'm not the Lulu, but like if you were to like line up a freaking like color swatch thing, like I would be standing out over on that, believe it or not. Oh, he's going yellow again, you all. Ah, look at his colors. He's kind of firing up. He's like, I want to go fight the boys. I want to go see the lady. Look at him. He's like, girls, fight. Girls, fight. Is what he's doing with those eyes. No one will know what a moose. No. They can bite. He's never bit me. I have been bit by panther chameleons, just not by. He's not one of the ones that has bit me. I understand that. Oh my gosh, this could be quite the investment, Crafty. Wait, where? On here or on TikTok? Because that's why I'm like being careful. I have to be so careful about like what I say over there. Like I can't talk about like the makeup I'm wearing. They're like, how dare you? Like they're so afraid that if I tell people the brand of my enclosure, that they're gonna, well, I'm gonna live. I'm done with TikTok. I'm gonna go. Which it's like you can't get them on there anyways. He is 12 generations of selective breeding. This is Gambino. His daughter, Zestarella, is the biter. Really, on here, what was it for? Aloha. I was born there. Oh. Really? I wonder, well, they may not have, they might have made that private, maybe? Or are you saying the whole account that, I wonder, because I think you can make your streams public or, well, I know you can make them public or private, so I wonder if you watched it while it was live and then they switch it to private view if you would. Huh. No, I promise I was. I was born in Honolulu. There used to be a yellow hospital. That's all I know. I'm a military brat. Oh, so he got in trouble. But then so like my mom, they were there, Coast Guard, like I guess you get stationed in places longer than other branches. But anyways, she was there for a long time with my dad, and then he got stationed out to Granite City, Illinois. Could you imagine? Could you imagine living in Hawaii for years? And then you get like, hey, guess where you're gonna move to? The Granite City, Illinois, man. No, I'm not in Florida. This is a chameleon. It's a panther chameleon chameleon. It's one of those cool things. Isn't he pretty? He's a cute one. He wants to come on the phone so bad. He's a little torn though. He's like, do I want to go see the ladies? What part of the earth? I may not be on Earth. Come on. Saturn. I'm in the St. Louis, Missouri area. Aren't his eyes crazy awesome? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. You don't need to be scared. This guy, he's like, I want to give you a hug and show you my vent hole for free, which I kind of keep working on the boys. Like, you don't, like, there's places you can go where you can make money showing off your vent hole. Like, you know what I'm saying? We are all from Mars. They do look like baby aliens, though, for real when they're babies. They look like little ETs. This is now iguana. It's one of those salamander snatting turtles, I swear. I do too. I wish you were legal in Hawaii as well. But you got your Jacksons if you don't tell nobody about it, and you don't upload no pictures or videos of your Jacksons if you happen to catch one outside. Like, just don't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell nobody. Because the state would prefer for you to dispose of them. Yeah, that's exactly Crafty. He's like, well, you keep bitching about me doing this for free. Well, then let me go make an account. I'm telling, no, like, you probably don't know anything about Granite City, Illinois. It's like, it's in the St. Louis area. It's like, my roof as a kid, if I stood on it, I could see the skyline for downtown. It's neighbors to East St. Louis. It's not East St. Louis, it's neighbors. Yeah, it was different. Like, I went there the other day and some dude was in like damn, it wasn't even real. It was like a kid's like Mario Kart. Like, it was like you know how they have like those kids Jeeps or Escalades that kids can drive? It was basically like that, and he had modified it. But it was like a Mario Kart, and he was going like 10 miles an hour and just straight up was actually openly drinking like a freaking Miller Lite. And I was like, no shit. Just out there, like on the main road in Granite City. I was like, this was a few months ago. I was like, no way. Derpy is. Oh, Derp's, yeah, I didn't. He's sleepy. Yeah. Oh, is he talking you into it? I want to have one of those just because I don't really. Whoa, he's so curious about everything. Look at him, Gambino. His eyes. Did it really? I just need to do it earlier live. Like, they're 9 p.m. His lights are off, 9 p.m. Central Time. You got them. Wow. Isn't he pretty? So he's a yellow body blue bar. His color is yellow body blue bar. His locale is ambelobi. Now, he's the result of 12 generations of selective breeding. Oh, really? Hold on. Cindy's. Oh, God. Cricket noise. Okay, hold on. Ooh. This thing. It's getting better. That flu took it out for a while, you know. I usually just don't go live, honestly, with them, but it would not be a set time, honestly. I would just have to do it before 9 p.m. Central Time. So their eyes independently function. They're able to see two different images at the same time. They're able to mentally process two different images at the same time. Yes, I breed Panther Chameleons. I can't keep all of them because then I'd be a chameleon hoarder. And then you just see me on some weird show on TLC where it's like, I got like 573 chameleons in my basement. And when they pass, I can't let go. You know, like, we don't want that. We don't want that to happen. How do I do the noise? I don't know. It was like a random thing that I discovered at one point in my life, and like my parents hated it. They're like, that's so freaking annoying. Like, don't. And I was like, it's like a stem. It was like a really obnoxious stem, honestly. But now I have complete strangers asking me to do it on TikTok. There'll be a lot of people like, you do it, cool. And it's like, Mom and Dad, stop it. Like, see, it's like completely useless, man. Oh, look at him. Wait, who eats you? Wait, what? I feel like, dude. Yeah, he's gonna eat you a lot. Look at him. He's like, hi, guys. He really. Oh, I'm so jealous. It's like 10 degrees outside. Supposedly, if I go look, I might be able to see the northern lights. Oh, really, Charlene? Dude. Man. I will say, though, like, I feel like kids these days, like, if they have ADHD, like, the schools are a bit more accepting and forgiving of, like, the STEM. Like, you can get stuff that doesn't make obnoxious noises and, like, you can fiddle, like, you know, like, keep your hands busy so you can pay attention in class. Back in our day, all we had was like pens, which drove everybody nuts. Or like making, like we didn't have that many options. Anything that we did would get us in trouble. Ooh, Adam, that's so cool. -16? Oh, hell to the no. Nope. That's hot. She literally, wait. She doesn't. I have a doobie roach colony. I would be down to get into raising the amount of crickets I would have to make and the different sizes I would have to have is where it gets challenging. When I have 65 chameleons, so that's you'd have to put aside like small ones that you don't touch, but you also want them to grow, but you can't get too many of the small ones out for the babies because then you won't have any. Yeah, it's a lot. Like, and they take up a lot of space, the cricket colonies. I might be CJ. I do have to take the kids to school and my new job thing. I need to kind of like not be a complete absolute zombie. Yes, now some of them are babies. A good about 30 are babies. And I'm not keeping all of those clearly. Yes. Unfortunately, international is not something that I'm at that point yet. It gets really expensive, and it's nerve-wracking. I mean, they get shipped overseas, obviously, but There's a lot of licenses involved with that. Just calling for marketing stuff. Yeah, their eyes are awesome. They're so smart. So as I said a little bit ago, like they're able to see two different images at the same time and mentally process the two different images at the same time. So they're thinking about two things at once with one eye. So right now I know he's trying to climb my phone, like with both eyes locked in like that. But one eye they could be looking for prey, the other eye they could be looking for predators. They're able to like, oh wait a minute, you know, like this prey is closer than that one. That one's, I should get that one. Escape plans, escape routes, they know me, like they recognize me. Even if I dye my hair, they'll recognize me. So they're very smart. Their level of intelligence is up there with crocodiles, just for a different, it's so he's not available. His babies, it just will depend with his babies. For males will be anywhere from $6.50 to $7 shipped. So that will include priority overnight shipping, which is usually around $80 a priority overnight ship. It can be around $80. So that includes the shipping when for his clutch. And then the red line clutch, they're going to be $6 to $6.50 shipped for males. Females are going to be about $2.50 to $3 shipped. I have been bitten. Not by this guy. I've been bit by 12 panthers, but that's out of 200-ish, and it really doesn't hurt too bad. Most of them are juveniles. So the Arcadia, the brand I like the best is Arcadia. My experience with Arcadia is that they have lasted the longest. I have a Ferguson meter that I use to see how much UVB they're still outputting. And then 6% UVB bulbs. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. And then heat. I don't like to go above like 50, 55 watt for the males with their heats. And that's regular fluorescent heat lamps. I'm switching to the Zillow low profile halogen heat lamps, and that is 25 watt. Because halogen bulbs, just so you all know, if you don't know this, halogen heat lamp bulb, those suckers are hot. Like, you get 25 watt, that's going to be about like, I think it's like 50 to 75 watt. It's the equivalent of like a 50 to 75 fluorescent bulb. Like, it sounds like it's small. Oh no, they're powerful. But I'm going to switch into those. This one right here, he was before shipping. He was like 600 before shipping. He was very much so close to 700 after shipping. This guy right here. My most expensive of this locale was John Gotti, my Red Body Blue Bar, and he was 7 before shipping. So, can they disrupt the Wi-Fi? I haven't had any issues so far. My friend Bill Strand, when I had him on my old podcast, I looked in the background and I was like, where are your heat lamps? Because I didn't see any. He's like, oh, I use these because they're like not that tall. And he needs his Wi-Fi because he's streaming even more than I am. But that's scary to know, honestly, if they can. What about Jacksons? What am I missing about? Panthers are way different than Jacksons. These guys lay eggs. Jacksons have live births. Jacksons are a lot smaller. Panthers, these guys are from Madagascar. That's where they're native to. Jacksons, I think it's Kenya that they're native to. Big temperature drop that they need at night. Jacksons need a huge temperature drop. For them to thrive, they need a 20-degree drop. People say 10 to 20. They need the 20. So you're talking like 50s at night. So most people who keep them actually will have them in a room with an AC window unit. Because really the only way to get an enclosure that cold is like room temp. You can put those cooling devices and whatnot. Well, thank you, Barry. I really appreciate all the shares, all the likes, especially all the subscriptions. I'm trying to build up this account. I really enjoy streaming. I've been streaming for a while on TikTok, but I almost lost my account of the decent 72 or something thousand followers. over bologna, literally bologna. So I was like, I want to be able to be elsewhere as well. So their bites, they they don't feel good, but they're not as bad. Like they hurt more than a paper cut, but not as bad as a cat scratch, dog scratch, cat bite, dog bite, all that. That all hurts much worse. So I can kind of show you some different ones I have real quick. It's not the worst thing. Like when chameleons bite you, for the most part, it's a quick like, get away from me. Like they don't hang on for the most part. Now I have had a chameleon hang on, Sybil. She but again, didn't hurt too bad because she was a female. I do own, so let me show you. This is Helix. He's a yellow body red bar. His dad is also mostly red, but he's not. He's in the middle of. He's going to be shedding soon, but that's red line. So that's Helix. He's a yellow body red bar. Big Polly's another yellow body blue bar like Gambino. This is my Abanja male, Mr. Mystique. So his a whole different Abanja. This is a good representation of what a wild Abanja, a true wild Abanja would look like. Oh, that's good to know, Crafty. Thank you. Yeah, I'm good then. That's really good to know. Now we got, so John Gotti's a red body blue bar Ambelobi locale. So the one I have out's a yellow body blue bar. So this guy, he's red body blue bar. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Grabbing can sometimes get them to bite you. You have to kind of swoop them up. Now this guy's Boudreaux. He's my nosy bee. So he's a different locale as well. He's a nosy bee locale. Oh, Boudreaux does not like the... I've actually never seen him. I've never seen him do that. So he does not like the phones. Boudreaux, he's taken a lot of like building trust up. When I do handle him, it's very brief. I've never seen him pop up like that. Usually he's one that will just run. Now I do breed. So I'll show you the most rare locale. There's locales that we don't have access to. Like the one I want, I think it's called a nosy something. It's on a whole island that we don't have access. Like nobody's allowed to get them. So that would, in a sense, be probably the rarest if you ever found one in captivity. There's over 200 locales. So these are females and juveniles and more females. This guy is the only one I have at the moment that is looking for new branches. He's a red body blue bar juvenile. Come here, buddy. His sire's John Gotti. So he's going to be freaking gorgeous. He was born in July. Those are the babies. These are the grow up babies. The babies are back there. I'll show you. We named him King. We got to a Tic Tac Live goal, and the chat got to name him. But he's still growing, and he's still developing color. But he is you can already see he's a gore. Oh, he's gonna look just like his older brother Maui with the red body blue bar. Look at him. So they get most of their growth and color development done at around 12 months. They have most of that done. They're completely done about 18 months. It's just not as noticeable. I have observed with this coloration, the red body blue bars, it is usually about 18 months. Like his sire didn't have any red in him. Well, yeah, like a little bit of red. Hardly any red though until he was 18 months old. He's gonna look just like his big brother Maui. I can already tell, like his bars, he's got perfectly like clean blue bars that look like they fade white, but and then he's got all that red already showing. Oh, so pretty. No, not the nose. This is an Ambelobi locale. I have one nosy bee. I just got into that locale, that and Abanja last year. I have eggs from my Abanja locales, but Boudreaux is such a scaredy cat that when his girlfriend Bebe was receptive, and so she was DTF, down to flip around, he was scared. So he was like, and ran. I was like, no. So she may not have paired up, but she's full of infertile eggs that she's going to lay any day. And she's also about to shed. This is my nosy bee female, Baby. She's real pretty. She's actually a really pretty female. She's just, you can see she's going to shed soon. Dang, I'm trying to think of the name of it. Hold on one moment. I'll look up. I have to look it up. It's like Nosy something. I think it's Nosy something. I'll have to look it up again. Hold on. I just forget the name. Locale represents the region of Madagascar. They're also Panther Chameleons. It's just, every locale has different colorations and markings that are unique to that locale. So that's just the way that they have been like identified, is by their locale. Look at this baby. Aren't they cute? These guys are baby Panther Chameleons. They're wee cute little babies. They hatch around Christmas time. Most of them hatch around Christmas time. They're like little ETs with 4 legs and a long tail. Well, hi there, cutie patootie. Look at that. Ah! Look at that. Ah, he's like, He's like, what you doing in here? What are you doing in here? So I raise my babies. I individually raise. But I raise them until they're about 3 to 4 months. Usually it's closer to 4 months. Now, unless it's a clutch that just grows fast and big, then it might be 3, but usually it's closer to 4. But they're still young. What's cool about that is they're well established and healthy. But they're, you still get to watch them grow and develop their colors. I'll get Helix out. Hi, Helix. Come here, buddy boy. People want to probably see you. And then I'm going to look up that locale. It's gorgeous. I'm telling you, if I could choose, like, if I could only get into one more locale, if I could get into one more locale and I was able to get access to a few different unrelated pairs, that's the locale I would choose. And I would just, oh yes. So anyways, let me find it. They're pretty, but they're on a whole island off of Madagascar. And this is Helix. He's another ambilobe. He just turned a year on January 6th. His color is yellow body, red bar, so that green turns yellow. And believe it or not, his red gets brighter. It's not the Nosy Folly. That one we can get. And they're a really pretty locale. It's a Nosy, I think it's called T. I'm looking it up right now. Damn, Gambino. Mad. So he wants to. I do not sell eggs. I don't sell eggs. I will never sell eggs. I used to be cool with that, and then honestly, when I started doing live streams, I'm looking up this locale real quick too. Once I started doing live streams on TikTok, I ran into so many people who had, like, basically they bought eggs, the breeder just ghosted them. Some had, like, where the egg never hatched and never got another egg, but also, like, when you get your first chameleon, if you get from a reputable breeder, they should hold your hand through the process. Like, I had so many questions for my first chameleon, Redline. Who's that guy? This guy's dad. He's right there. I would, like, what do I need to do? Blah, 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 blah. And he would help me. And that's how reputable breeders should be. So if you're selling eggs and you're not willing to, like, help people with the baby chameleon, which is way harder than even an established juvenile, and that's what a lot of them do. It's a quick way to make $150, because now you don't have to worry about raising a bunch of females. And also, even though they're $150, like, by the time you buy all the food, because food's expensive for young ones, especially for just one, everything, you're going to end up almost, at least, you're going to be very close to a juvenile male. And then you might end up with the female and be paying more than you'd ever have to pay for a female. So that's my whole, like, it's just like, I mean, people, you can do whichever you want to do. That's just what I see with that. So males about 5 to 7 years, females of about 2 to 4. With that being said, I actually have my female Ruby. She's 5 and she'll be 6 this year. I have 2 5-year-old males that are almost 6. He's really trying to get to Gambino. I'm trying to pull up this locale real quick too. You want to fight? Males are a lot more colorful than females. They live longer. They're bigger. Females, the reason that they don't have as long of a lifespan is they will lay eggs regardless if they've paired up or not, and the egg laying process is very difficult on their bodies. It's hard on them. I'm trying to find this locale. I always forget what it's called. These guys come in so many colors. There's over 200 locales. They all have their own unique colorations, markings. Ambelobi locale. So locale is a region of Madagascar they'd be from. So they'd be from the Ambelobi region. But this locale has the most coloration variation. And so many people at one point were trying to like make every color their own locale, but it's just that particular region of Madagascar. They had all these different, so there's yellow body red bar like him. Then you got like Gambino, a yellow body blue bar. So he's still an Ambelobi locale. He's just a different color. That's yellow body blue bar. This guy's considered a rainbow because he has mixed bars, mixed body color. You can't really see him that well. Even though he has a lot of pretty red, he's mixed bar. John Gotti over there, he's red body blue bar. So there's one other color that this locale comes in. It's orange body blue bar. It's hard to find them. It's hard to breed that trait, but that's another color. I think it is that one. I think that is the locale I'm looking for. It's taking me a while to get to that page because I'm pretty sure that is the locale, and they're freaking pretty. Oh my God, where are you though? Was it really on the first page? No way. Did they take it down? International dealers. There's somebody who breeds nosy Mitsuos. I'm trying to think of their name. It's oh God, why is it escaping me their name? What in the world? Like, where are you? I do think you're right, though, on the locale for that I'm looking for. It's driving me nuts because I'm not seeing it. Is it this one? Why are we being so crazy? Not that one. Man, it's aggravating me. I am the worst. I can't get down in because I can't get down for all that. Like I've never done good. I've never done good in the boat. I cannot. It might be that one. For some reason, do they not have that? Did they take the page down? Dude, that's driving me nuts now. You know, there's reptiles that are not a lot of work, in my opinion, but these guys are definitely higher maintenance than other reptile species. I love it. It's really rewarding. I love it. So they will have different traits. So yeah, you're right. That's the locale it is. Let me pull up their colors. They're real pretty. So yeah, I think this is, okay, yeah. So nobody has access to this Panther Chameleon, this locale, because it's the island. It's a protected island that people can't go to unless you're like a scientist. So if I could choose any locale to get it, like, this would be the locale. Especially if I was the first breeder. Shoot. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on now. Do I really have to take a damn screenshot? Stop. I can't just zoom in on the damn picture. No way. How annoying is that? And we are on a slideshow. No. Stop it. Did it happen? All right, here we go. Let's go to the screenshots. All right. This is a locale. If I could get into this is the one, but it's forbidden locale in the sense of like, yeah, nobody has access to this island. So this would technically, in a sense, be the rarest locale. That is one in the wild. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Like, oh my God, that's freaking gorgeous. So it's this locale Panther Chameleon. Like, somebody asked me what the rarest locale. Now, even though I'm sure like they're not threatened or endangered or anything, because so this is Nosy Tanakeli, maybe is how you would say it. But they're on an island off of Madagascar, but that island is protected, and nobody, no tourists, nothing is allowed there unless you're scientists. And like that's all going to be prearranged. So like unless we're going to go do some real gangster stuff and somehow manage to get to this island and like do that, you can't get them. But how do you tell different locales? Like once you get into Panther Chameleons, they're the most commonly kept locales are going to be ambilobi. This is your most common. That one I showed you on here, it wouldn't be legal. If you see one of those for sale, it's not legal. It might be tempting. It might be tempting. I just don't know how a Madagascar prison system works. I don't know. It could be a really luxurious prison. I don't know. That's your call. But once you get into them, like the most commonly kept locales, ambilobi. It depends on every Panther Chameleon. Every chameleon's gonna have a different level of tolerance for handling. His dad was super chill. Like the day I got his dad was trying to walk out because his dad was already like humans equal food. And that's your goal. Like you want them to look at you as a walking tree that brings them food. And my males like me a lot because I'm the walking tree that brings them food, and the ladies. Lord have mercy. Which locale extinct? The one I was talking about? They're not extinct. They're thriving. The island's protected. It's not that the chameleons are worried. I don't know what, they just don't want the island to mess with. And that's where they happen to be at. But so ambilobi, abanja, nosy bee, nosy folly, Simbaba, those are common locales that you'll see available in the US. Nosy Mixio, I want to get into them. There's one breeder over, I think in Germany. I think he's in Germany. He's either in the UK or Germany. And I don't know that there's actually any breeder of that. There might be one or two in the US. I don't know. They're not, they're pretty. I wish people were into that locale. But the ones I listed are your more common locales. I like the, why is the island so, I don't know why the island itself is so, I mean it's just like a nature reserve, I guess. They just want the island and not have tourists show up there. They just want to keep it like from getting destroyed. But that particular locale chameleon is on said island. But I've heard some people that are like, there's a way to get it, and I was like, nah, but here's the thing, like you can't even say what locale it is because everyone's eyebrows are gonna go if you say what, you're like, what type of locale is that? Like, just like me being in Missouri, a hognose. I want a hognose snake, but I can't just go and get one. Like, I have to have 2 permits because they're native to like an itty bitty little portion of Missouri. Technically, like they've found some there. Like a very small section of Missouri has some hognoses, and then they're technically venomous. They're rear-fanged venomous. So if they bite you, like a lot of times they can't even really get ya. And even if they do, they're venoms for freaking amphibians. Most people, unless you're allergic, are fine with hognose bites. And the type of hognose I'd want would not thrive in the wild because it's going to almost be like an albino. It's going to be bright and stuff. Like, he wouldn't do good, the morph that I would want. He's not going to do good in the wild. But anyways, I'd have to have 2 things, and the state could basically come to my house whenever they felt like it. And I don't want that anyways. I've been to Texas. I have family in the Dallas area. Now, I don't paint these here iguanas. This is their natural coloring. This is all natural. There's no food dye. There's no yellow 5. Is it yellow 5? No blue 2 or red 7. I have no clue. But none of that junk's in these guys. This is organic. Real colors. Everybody's like, man, do you paint these things? Shoot, if I had the time, if I have had Charlene, no, like, I want to say I don't think that many people have had, I don't think so. So Madagascar is where they're native to. It's a very pleasant environment. It's not really hot. So they would like to have, and here's the thing, between hybrid enclosures and like most people in basically almost every state, there are breeders in Canada. The way you set up your enclosure, if you're able to keep your house a certain temp, you'll be able to keep them. If you live in a drier climate like Arizona, New Mexico, you'll probably need a hybrid enclosure. But what I was getting at is you're trying to replicate Madagascar's environment. So Madagascar, daytime humidity is 50%. Daytime temperatures, you're going to have, it's a gradient, obviously further away from the lights, the cooler, but a gradient of low to mid 70s inside the enclosure. A basking spot, 80 to 85. Personally, I always aim for 80 and tell people to go for 80 because it's very easy, especially when you're new to it, to measure the basking spot incorrectly. So these guys, once they get over 85, it's too hot. I would never even make a female's enclosure close to 85. Like, I'd rather be 79 than 80, you know? So those are, for most homes in the U.S., those daytime temps are very easy to maintain. Because even if you keep your house in the 60s, the lights are going to provide heat. To help retain heat and humidity, plastic sheeting on the sides or corrugated plastic or like a shower curtain. I use black plastic sheeting so they can't see each other. Or hybrid also helps retain heat and humidity. Nighttime, if you can go below 70 degrees at night, they like that a lot. If you can't, as long as you have good airflow, you're fine. But humidity, they would like to go as close to 100% as possible, which can be obtained with a combination of misting and fogging. Oh, I haven't even seen. They're invasive in Florida, and I don't live in Florida. I am in Missouri. So it depends, Texas, on their age and every individual chameleon. So a lot of the husbandry practices I tell you is like your standard approach that will keep your chameleon alive. It's very important to always pay attention to where you live, how your house maintains temperatures and humidity, and your individual chameleons. So standard rule, when they're under a year old, you feed them every day, as much as they want to eat. Usually around 10, whatever you're feeding them. But if they eat it all and they want more, these guys aren't just going to sit and eat themselves to look like they're not going to do that. You'll notice you'll have like an excess amount of his feeders left in there if they're done eating. But every day. Now, if they are full grown, your standard rule is every other day, a few feeders. With that being said, it's really important to pay attention to their cask. So this guy just turned a year old. I'm going to be paying attention to him. I like his weight right now, but if his cask starts to get really puffing out, he'll be overweight. Some keepers would argue, I like this. I don't like it when they start to look sunken. Some people are like, the slightly sunken looks the perfect weight. I don't like that weight. I just don't. I feel like it's just easier. Something does happen. It's easier for them to go downhill. They don't have as much reserve. Mine are 5, almost 6 years old. Like, now there's some males, I feed mine every day because if I don't feed them every day, they lose weight. Some I feed every other day because they gain weight. Isn't he gorgeous? Yeah, when I do list my pricing, I will include shipping like when I'm on Morph Market, and I'll have to see how the website works with having stuff listed on pricing. Like Morph Market, I have to list it separately, but on here I just give you, a roundabout-ish. Oh, so I guess I'm almost at 6 years of doing this. So yeah, I'm about at in like a couple months. I'll be doing this for 6 years. No freaking way. Anyways, wow. So I was super duper pregnant and hormonal. That's my mister going off, by the way. I was super duper pregnant and hormonal, and I was like, I want a chameleon. And so I got his dad, Redline. Redline's right there. And I was like, I love this. I want more. And I got this guy, and then it just kept going. I have a total of 65. You think he's pretty? So this is called, his color is considered yellow body red bar. And he's an ambulobi locale. I will say he's a little smaller than I thought he was going to be, but I guess this would be from the males on the dom side, because this sire redline's a big boy. So I use reptile shipping companies. Now, I mean, like, I still am the one who physically ships them and packages them up. But so there's like Redline, Reptiles to You. I think Morph Market started their own shipping label and everything. But basically, when you get your supplies from them, and yes, you can buy your supplies, like you can just find everything yourself for sure. But like, I just get the kits. It's just easier to get the kits. But the important part is with the reptile companies, so they have more access. So you use FedEx is who you're shipping through, but they, like Redline, has more access. So like if your shipment gets lost or something, if you or I call FedEx, like, where's it at? The person that we're on the phone with, they're going to tell us the same thing that we see on our tracking. You cannot get past that as just a regular person. These companies are able to get past all that. They'll be like, oh God, like, wait, it's over here. They can even intercept it. And so it's really helpful to have that. Also, they provide insurance in case something does go wrong, which if they're packaged properly, they should not have any issues. But they're priority overnighted. I drive to my FedEx hub. You can't just go to any FedEx. Like, you have to go to a hub. For me, because I live in the country, I have to drive about an hour. If you don't live in the country, you'll probably have one close to you. So I go, drop them off there a little bit before they close. They are usually within their destination within 12 hours. Like one of mine that I sent to California was there. I dropped him off at 7 p.m. Central Time, and he was there at like 10:30 a.m. in California. Nice to see you. It's not that they're elite. You just have to have all these extra permits in Missouri. And it's really, truly, I mean, I understand, like, not everybody should just have a damn haunt. Like, I get that. Like, I don't think everybody's like, I have a pet copperhead or a pet freaking water moccasin or a gaboon viper, you know. But, like, a hognose, man. They don't forget the skill of changing colors. How many of the 65 did I breed? So 30 of them I've bred that are babies right now. So 30. Let's figure this out. Let's figure it out. Well, okay, so there's 30, but then there's another 2 that were... Okay, so that's 32. I bred Puas when I produced, so that's 33. I produced Aussie, so that's 34. I produced Rafiki, so that's 35. I produced this pretty lady, so that's 36. I produced this girl, so that's 37. I produced Dino, so that's 38. I produced King, so that's 39. I produced Fendi Thunder Snatch. Was that at 40? Am I at 40 now? I'm at 40. I produced Gnarly Carly, so 41. Zestarella, 42. Jethro MacBodine, 43. Maui. I produced this boy Maui, so that's 44. I produced Helix, so that's 45. And I produced Kenny Power, so that's 46. 46 I have produced of them. So, like, who do we never see some of these? Like, ones I don't usually get out. Like, I don't usually, like, oh, god dang it, dude. I don't usually get females just because some of them are just spazzy as all get out. So I won't get them out. Here's Dino. So usually, like, females, anywhere from 6 to 9 months is when they'll first become receptive. Males, I would just say average both would be 9 months. Why not? Who, huh? So this is Dino. This is Dino Oh, yes. Well, the reason we have really amazingly creative names, one of the reasons is because on good old TikTok, that platform where I started doing my live streaming, sometimes we'll set our gift goals because they gift in those lives to a certain thing. And if we obtain that gift goal, we name a baby chameleon. And I let you name the chameleon. So yes, I have a Fendi Thundersnatch. She's actually a holdback female. So she's one I'm keeping, and I'm like, you know what? Fendi Thundersnatch works. I had a little Lunati Ice. He's a complete asshole. He's living the life though in Southern California now. A guy Oscar bought him, or actually he won him. Little Lunati Ice. That's another fun name. We had Smoke Flickety. Was another name that y'all on TikTok freaking picked. Have I ever asked myself why am I attracted? Like why? I'm hoping that we're meaning like attracted, like why I decided to get into chameleons. Lex, but see, Lex was Lex Luthor King. We've had Jethro Mac Bodine. Rafiki doesn't name Rafiki. What other crazy ass names have we had? How I like that. I wouldn't think a generation would forget to change colors. I don't think that's like they're changing colors is mood, and it's in communication with each other. It's mood and temperature. So that's just there. I don't know why. Like I understand if you're saying like because they're comfortable and they don't feel the need to like camouflage or whatever. Because a lot of people think that's why they change their color. I could see why, but that's not why they change color. What is it? Because, okay, listen, I still do like dinosaurs, but when I was a little girl, like, I don't think you understand how much I actually loved dinosaurs. Like, I didn't just have like the kitty, like, I had toys that I had to physically like play with. I had like what was that? Was it Papa or Motion? What was that really expensive dinosaur figurine? Like, I had those. I had like, but anyways, I knew all the periods they were in. I was fully convinced not only was I going to be a paleontologist, I was going to become like a genetics scientist, and I was going to bring back the dinosaurs. Like I was very convinced. I loved dinosaurs so much that when I was 9 years old, when I was at the mall with my dad, and I don't know if you remember the Discovery Channel store that used to be at the malls, there was a girl that was around my age, and I was looking at the dinosaur figurines, and she's like, there was a T-Rex, which was my favorite dinosaur, that was my favorite dinosaur. And she goes, did you know that he was the first carnivore that's ever existed? Like he was in the Triassic period. And I was like, no, he wasn't. It was in the Cretaceous period. She's like, nuh-uh. And I was like, I got so upset with this girl. And I went to therapy and all that, but I got in a fight at 9 at the freaking Discovery Channel store. I had anger issues. I had a lot of stuff that happened, I had anger issues. Anyways, we were kicked out of the Discovery Channel store. The dinosaurs are extinct. I can't have them. Chameleons are colorful. I freaking love colors. Oh, I love them. They're just look at them. Like, how can you not? They're so freaking cool. Green's my favorite color. Homeboy Dino Dinos and his resting colors are gorgeous green. So dinosaurs are extinct, or I would have them, but we're having these guys instead. Oh, Sir Jesse Judge a lot. Yes, that's one thing. I really like intelligent animals. Like I have unintelligent animals as pets, like Selena. I mean, maybe she's smarter than she seems. My Chihuahua, I don't know. But we're smart. I really like intelligent animals. If I ever got into a pair, I really would want. If I could have a pet bird, I want a bird. And I can't get the bird I really want, so I would settle with an African gray if that was ever a thing. But I have mixed emotions about that, just because like I'm in my 30s, so if I got a young one, he's gonna outlive me, and then he's gonna, But if I could have one, I would have a freaking raven. I would love to have a raven as a pet because they're so freaking smart. They're so smart. I would love to have a raven. I would at least like to befriend a wild crow, or I don't think we actually have raven in Missouri. But can I just befriend a crow? But we can't legally own those birds, you guys. Charlene, I'll be going soon. They're smart. Ravens and crows are extremely intelligent. They're very smart. Crows, if you do something nice for a crow, like say you like get him out, he's stuck in a fence, or you get him out, he's gonna remember that you did that for him, and they know, remember that person. They like for generations. If you do something bad, they remember that you did something bad for generations, and they'll hate you. But if they like you, they'll bring you crow gifts. Like you'll wake up in the morning and like you'll have like freaking crow gifts, like it could just be like this piece of paper. Like, I mean, she'd love it. They'd pick it up and bring it to you because they care about you at that point. Like, they're freaking smart. Good night, Charlene. They're great, but so if you do something bad to them, they're gonna be like, that had a BB, and they'll freaking hate you. I love African gray parrots, but man. Yeah, I think it's also because I can't have a raven or a crow, like legally, that makes me want one more. I love those, they're so pretty. So these guys, Ambelobi locale, a price range, and this may or may not include shipping. Dino, you're tripping now. I'm putting him back. He's like, ah! I'm putting him back. An average-ish price range for this locale, $450 to $750. So obviously the lower pricing, maybe some that are more like group raised babies, maybe like not like as much selective breeding. Not that they're like it's just when people are asking like top dollar, like I've never asked without shipping. I've never asked like $750 for any of mine. But like you're getting a very high quality Ambelobi with really good lineage. But that's Ambelobi locale. A Banja locale, which I have one. He was my most expensive panther. $750 to $1,000. Mine was $1,000 before shipping. He was my most expensive Panther Chameleon. It was my Banja. So the locale does play part in it too. Oh, the blue and gold macaws are so gorgeous. How do I? Because I have like this random like hyperfixation ability. So before I actually purchased a chameleon, I was like reading a lot about them. Hold on. I hate when it does that. I was reading a lot about them. And the person who really taught me everything, he's one of the best breeders easily in the country. And I just learned a lot from him and learned how to identify locales. Whoa. So Jacksons are way different than the ones I have. The ones you have in Hawaii, they're way different. Jacksons they're not as big for starters. 42. Jacksons tend to be more green. Maybe they'll have like a little bit of blue or like a little bit of yellows, depending on. There's different. I forget the locale Jacksons that you actually have in Hawaii. I forget the name of them. And they also have live births. So that's another big difference. Panthers lay eggs. Panthers are like basically they come in almost every color on the rainbow. They're very, very colorful. It does depend on the locale. I have teal, I have like turquoise with crimson red bars that when he fires up he turns like a slight off-white color with really bright crimson red bars. I have one that's a Caribbean ocean color by Nosy Bee. I have this dude, like he's red, his green turns yellow, his red gets even brighter. I mean, like, yeah, I've got, this guy's red and blue. I got some that are mostly yellow. And that's just what I have. That's just what I have. Like, there's so many locales. Don't mess around like that. My dogs be going crazy if some dude snuck in here. I do know that. And guess what? I have such a good philosophy of fuck around and find out in this house. So, whatever is the one that everybody has as a pet. I think it's East. I don't know. Is whatever one's the one that has all the pretty morphs. That's the one I would want. I get the two confused, honestly. I live on 20 acres, so, of woods. I forgot I made this one. I gotta get these set up correctly. I'm gonna turn off the main light. It'll be just as lights out time. So the ones that had the most, I'll show you pictures real quick, because hold on, I'm going back down where my lights at. Lights out time. Eventually they'll go into their pajama colors. I mean, it takes a few hours. I'll show you some pictures though of so in my collection, the ones that have the biggest color change, like the most like drastic color change, are my yellow body blue bars, and then Mr. Meeseeks my Abanja. So like Gambino, let me just go into and find these pictures real quick. Do I have a resting picture of Gambino? I wish I did somewhere. I mean, I know I do. Just where are you? You are Superman. Do I not actually have a picture of Gambino? Like, as resting? Probably not, because like you're always taking pictures of their fired up colors, not their they're super cool. My daughter got to take a picture with her at the St. Louis NARBC back in November, which was fun. I'm trying to find a picture of Gambino. Okay, so here's Gambino. He is starting to fire up. He's not all the way fired up. Hold on. So you can see. So that's my yellow body blue bar. So he's a resting green color, and you can kind of see how his yellow is starting to come in from firing up. And then him fully fired up from that. Or actually what I can show you is so like here's how you see how he's firing up. And then here he's fired up right there, right? He's all the way fired up. So that's a huge color change from that green to like that bright yellow. And then the other one I have is Mr. Meeseeks. So the yellow body blue bar ambilobi, that's one of the reasons that they're the most popular coloration in ambilobi, is because they have very drastic color changes. Red body blue bars are gorgeous, but they tend to have I've actually not seen one that it has green instead of red, like so green resting colors. So typically with ambilobi, they'll have green resting colors, and then when they fire up, you'll see like that yellow, right? So a lot of red body blue bars, there are some that are green when they're resting with blue bars, but a lot of them will have a red resting body color, but it's just a darker red. So you notice when they're fired up, like you'll notice it, but it's not as like that. And I mean, it goes to a bright red, like it's crazy beautiful. It's just not as dramatic of a color change. So then 2005, 25. So then Meeseeks, I'll show you all Meeseeks. My Abanja. So he's a really gorgeous turquoise color when he's resting. Do I not have... Did I not take pictures of him, or I just do... So I got him way earlier in the year. Do you? I mean, I know contrast isn't, but like, yeah, they're solitary creatures. No, the contrast, I think I was trying to say, Mr. Meeseeks says, you'll see with his bars. So this is Mr. Meeseeks' resting colors. He's a really pretty turquoise. Really pretty turquoise, really pretty bars there. So I like that. I like that. right? When he's fired up, though, actually, I should say pissed off. It's pissed off. It's so. So you saw that pretty turquoise I just showed you. So him, when he fires up, and I've really only seen this when I've woken him up from a nap. This is him. So he's like turns to this pretty crazy, like off-white, bright red bars, freaking nuts looking, like pissed. Oh, so freaking crazy. I mean, it's so bright, so bright. Yeah, yeah. And he was pissed off at me. He was mad. I woke him up. I took him to an expo. I wasn't selling him. I always take full-grown, colored-up males to expos. You know, like people, it's cool for them to see what they can turn into. The juveniles, when I'm selling them at shows. And most chameleons, when packaged properly, even on relatively short drives to a show, they fall asleep. So I woke him up, and he was pissed off at me for waking him up. He goes, absolutely. And he would see other people walking by. He wasn't mad at them. He didn't care at me. He was mad at me. That's who he was mad at, was me. Oh, it was honestly kind of, I was like, dude, that's hilarious. They're so cool. Oh, God, no, hedgehogs, they're so cute, but it's never easy to lose your pet. Like, they do become family. I don't care, like, what, they become family. Joe is so delayed. Panda, so I will be having more available. I only have one male, one female juvenile right now. I need to get I'm trying to get my website actually done, or I should at least just upload more for market. If you contact me on Facebook, I'm Midwest Panther Chameleons there. That's one way, or Instagram. I'm Midwest Panther Chameleons there. On TikTok, I get so many messages on there. It's so hard for me to go through that one, and also I had to change my name. Hopefully I get my old name back, but they were giving me so many issues. I had to make my account look like it wasn't a business. So stupid. But anyways, well, you all, I'm gonna call it a night. One of my favorite songs is almost over anyways, so and it's also 2:35 a.m. and I gotta wake up at 6, get the kids ready and take them to school. Damn. Facebook, I mean, yeah, it's also Midwest Panther Chameleons. I have Charlene running that for the messages on there, and then Instagram on Midwest Panther. We might end up sending like my actual personal, because that's where. Hi, Debbie. All right, everybody. It was good seeing you. My name is Brittany. I don't think it says it on here, but I'm Brittany. And it was nice seeing you all tonight. I will be back on tomorrow, and I hope to see you all then. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with the chameleons and I. See y'all.